starring Tommy Rettig as Jeff Miller, Jan Clayton as his mother, Ellen, George Cleveland as Gramps, and, of course, Lassie.
Hi, Dad. You tired? What's the matter, Dad?
Well, the only crop we had that amounted to anything was apples. Now it looks like we ain't gonna have them anymore.
Oh, please, Dad, tell me what happened.
Orchard. Half the trees are gone.
Gone? But how?
Rabbits got it. Girdled.
Dad, I just don't understand.
They ate the bark off our trees 2 feet high early this spring. I waited this long to see if they'd heal, but they're just as bad now as they were when I first found them.
Isn't there anything you can do?
No. The bark carries the nitrogen up through the trunk. Without the bark, the trees will die.
Well, there must be something.
Besides not having the heart or the strength, it ain't worth it. Them trees are old, Ellen. They've only got a few years left, same as me.
Oh, now, Dad, you stop.
Every year the crop gets smaller and smaller and bears later. The money's in early apples, not late ones. What I've been working for is to have something to leave to Jeff. But there ain't much to leave now, not with all them trees girdled.
Oh, now, Dad, you stop talking as if you were giving up.
What other way is there to talk? You remember that fella last year wanted to buy the farm?
Yes?
Well, I'm going to sell.
George Miller, you cannot be thinking of selling this farm.
Gramps, it tells in here how we can save the orchard.
Listen, I've been patching and babying them trees for 30 years. They're too old. There's no sense in trying to keep them alive.
Well, it says in here that bridge grafting might help.
You can't bridge graft this time of year.
Well, we can't just let the trees die.
It's no use, Jeff. What we need is a new, early bearing strain, and I'm too old to start fresh.
Seems like there's enough here for everybody but us. Lassie! Lassie! Lassie, no. Lassie, stop that. Stay. She might have babies in there. An apple? In the middle of July? It can't be. It's too early for apples.
Dad, where can he be?
I'll get him out in the woods and fields, and he forgets he's got a home.
Oh, Jeff, now where have you been?
Sorry I'm late, Mom, but I've got a good reason. Take a look at what we found.
Looks like a grabbing scene.
In July?
Can't be. Where'd you get him, Jeff?
Well, Lassie found a whole tree full of them in the woods.
A tree of Gravensteins, ripe like this, in the middle of the summer?
Honest, Gramps. Eat one, they're good.
Good color. Smell good, too. They got a good color inside, too.
Try it.
Just one tree?
Tell us, Gramps.
Well, they're wonderful.
Don't you see, Gramps? If a tree can grow wild in the woods, it has such good apples this time of year. Well, don't you think we ought to at least try and help ours get better? Well, it's worth a try, isn't it?
Well, I don't know, Jeff. We'll see.
All right, Jeff. Time for bed, honey.
Huh?
Go on to bed, sweetheart. I want to talk to Gramps.
Okay, Mom. Good night, Gramps.
Oh, yeah. Good night, boy. Good night.
Good night, Mom. Come on, girl.
Dad, well, why don't you look through this? There just might be something. You said you worked so hard to leave something for Jeff. Now, have you forgotten all about that? Jeff loves this farm, and he wants to stay on it. And he's willing to work hard to be able to stay on it. Now, you can't ignore a thing like that, can you?
No, I guess I can't.
All right, then. Suppose we have a look in here. See what we can find.
Yeah, they're Gravenstein's all right. Pretty, too.
How'd it get here?
Well, years ago, the Indians used to own all this land here. There was a minister came through, and he was bound to know them, you see.
Who was he?
Well, his name was Johnny Appleseed. Always used to have a pocket full of seeds, and he'd give them to the Indians and help them plant them. The trees from that orchard are all around this land here.
You think this could be one?
Well, probably is. They learned to stand a cold winter, bloom early, and bear true. The trunk looks healthy and solid, don't it? You know, a man could take a scion from that tree, graft it onto a seedling, say a northern spy, and he'd have the finest early barren orchard that'd be worth a fortune.
Why don't we?
Well, now, wait a minute. It ain't as simple as all that. You can't cut a twig from the tree and stick it in the ground, you know.
Well, I know, but we could get started.
No, it won't do you any good to start. You see, it takes time. 6 or 8 years for the trees to bear. That is, if the grafts hold.
Well, I got plenty of time.
Maybe you have, but I ain't. Maybe I won't ever live to see it.
Well, I will. You said you wanted to leave me something good.
I'll make a deal with you.
Okay.
I'll keep after our orchard, and you got to help me, know, too. And we'll baby it along until the new crop comes in next year.
Okay.
But grafting new stock from grafts from this tree is going to be your responsibility, and you got to do it, remember?
Well, sure. Now, let's get started.
All right, but wait a minute now, Jeff. This ain't no game, you know. It's serious. If the grafts in our orchard don't hold, then we got to sell the farm.
I guess so.
Then there ain't no reason for us to raise a new stock. Be no place for it to grow.
This is the 4th can of this stuff, Jeff.
We can't stop now.
You gonna tell me what's in it?
Why should I? It's a secret formula that's been in our family for over 100 years. What should I tell you now?
Boy. Well, will you tell me another secret then?
What?
How did you trick me into doing this job?
Well, if hard work is the answer, we don't have to worry.
I'll bet those grafts will make those trees as good as new.
I hope so.
Gentlemen, I give you dessert. Apple cake.
From the Gravenstein in the woods?
Yep, from Lassie's tree.
This is the best apple cake I've ever tasted.
Naturally.
Hi, well, what you doing? Making a slingshot?
Cut the rest of these strips for me and you can have one.
Oh, no. Something like this trapped me into working last time.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do it. Something tells me you're putting one over on me again. What you supposed to be doing?
I'm making a whip graft.
What?
Whip graft. See this scion here?
No, I don't see no sign.
Scion. S-C-I-O-N.
What's a scion?
Oh, it's a shoot off a plant with a lot of buds on it. When it's grafted onto another plant, the buds can propagate.
Propagate?
Grow and produce. This is a scion off the tree in the woods. These are the northern spy seedlings Mom bought me. Yeah. I cut the scion at an angle like that. Cut the tree at the same angle to match. Cut a little slot right down the center of the scion. Put the same slot in the tree. So they fit together like that. See?
Oh, and then the rubber strip holds them together.
That's right.
Hey, pretty smart, Jeff.
Oh, it's just an experiment to see if the two are compatible.
Oh. What?
Compatible. If they'll grow together. If they do, then I'll transplant them, start an orchard of my own.
Nice.
Sylvester!
Yes, sir?
Can't get you to lift a finger around home, but you can always find plenty to do here.
I don't come here to work, sir. Honest, I don't.
I told you to help get those carrots in.
I was coming back, but I got drafted.
Come on.
Hi, Matt. What's the trouble?
Gotta get our carrots in. They're just about full grown, and the rabbits have eaten the tops right down to the ground.
Yeah?
You better keep your eye on those seedlings. They're mighty good rabbit food. Go on home, son.
Okay.
I don't like to bring you bad news, George, but I just come by those trees you grafted. The heat's melted the wax off, and the grafts are bare to the sun. They'll sure dry out without it. Sorry, George.
Thanks, Matt. Bye.
Goodbye.
What do we do now? You heard what he said. The heat don't get him, the rabbits lead him. Down it, Jeff. Can't you say anything quiet?
I'm sorry, Gramps, but I found something in here just sensational.
But why do you have to find it like a tornado?
What did you find, Jeff?
There's a formula in here for a type of grafting wax that'll stand 3 times as much heat as what we use. So all we have to do is get some, then fix up the orchard, and everything will be okay.
Well, that's wonderful.
Well, I ain't interested in no formula. You work, and what happens? You got to do it all over again. I'm going to write a letter today and settle the farm, that's all.
No, Gramps.
Dad?
All right, boy. Where do you find this high-powered wax?
Well, I don't know, but I'll find out. Well, I've tried everywhere, Doc. You're my last chance. If you haven't heard about it... The Farm Bureau? Okay, thanks a lot, Doc. He says the Farm Bureau's got it. I'll go down and get some. Come on, girl.
Wait a minute, dear. This is just what I've been saving my egg money for. I guess.
Oh, thanks, Mom. Well, I'd better get going, though. They close soon. I won't have much time.
All right, honey. Gramps and I'll scrape the old wax off the trees, and then we'll be ready to go to work when you come back.
Okay. Come on, Lassie.
Give me a brad and a hammer, Jeff. Hold that there, will you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's get the wax on. You know, this wax is getting hard and smooth already. A few more hours, we'll be through.
Well, let's get on with it.
Oh, am I tired?
I probably can't eat. That sure was a hard night's work.
I made some cocoa, too.
Well, we'll all sleep good tonight.
That just about does it.
Where'd Lassie?
I left her outside to stand guard.
They'll be back.
Huh?
I said them varmints will be back.
What are you looking for, Dad?
Something to keep them things away. A secret formula.
Oh, no.
Ellen, I'll need that big kettle you got under the sink there. And, Jeff, you go out to the barn and get me some of that black leaf 40. You know, in the sack out there? Yeah. Now, I'll need some cod liver oil and some smelly soap. The smellier, the better. Then I'll have to cook it.
In my kitchen?
Well, what's the matter? You don't want me to quit now, do you? Just about finished. Yeah, you take it, Jeff.
Me?
Well, it ain't bad if you got a good stomach.
Oh.
You think you can make it? Well, it ain't so bad if you smoke. Do you want to try a pipe?
No, thanks.
Nice thick smell. Ooh.
We've gotten through worse than this. I guess we can manage.
Okay.
Phew. Gramps! Gramps!
Huh?
Look, the branches are coming out where the wood trees join to the seedlings.
Say, Ellen! Ellen, come here!
What is it?
Look at these. Jeff's going to get some apples off these new branches here.
Oh, how wonderful. I hope so.
Oh, we've sure been lucky.
Lucky? Oh, Jeff, have you forgotten what you and Gramps and I did? Now, where would we be without all that hard work?
What about Lassie? Where would we be if she hadn't have found that Gravenstein tree and chased those rabbits out of here?
Well, the fact is, young and old working together, you see, for something new. A man should always plan ahead as far as his mind can reach.